3, 2, 1, we are live as the fastest countdown ever. Guys, what's up? Welcome back to the podcast. Let's get lit. Got Stephanie Morales in the makeshift online studio. So you see us broadcasting live from two different places at the same time. But guys, this girl has made some serious improvements in her branding. We did a free strategy call not too long ago. I'd love to hear how that went, what you implemented. But she's focused on the right things, and that's cool for me to see. So as someone who coaches insurance agents, so she's going to give you the things that have worked for her, building her brand, making more frequent and bigger premium sales, which profit to me, only two ways to grow a business: get more customers, make them worth more by buying more times. That's it. So let's play this intro and we'll get into dissecting her brain. I love that little intro. All right, so Stephanie, first off, let's get the sales pitch out of the way. Get this little strategy session thing out of the way. So you booked a call. Why did you take advantage of a free coaching call with me?
Well, I've been following you for a while. I mean, it's kind of like I've been kind of just under the radar. You really did a good job of branding yourself online and making yourself present. And I just thought, why not? Let's see what this guy has to offer. So I did.
And what was the problem that we solved on that coaching call?
Yeah, so the biggest problem with me is just being, myself. And I felt like when I was, doing dials and trying to pitch, my clients these products, I just didn't feel real. And I feel like just after talking to you, I kind of had that revelation, like I just have to be myself and really just brand myself. And that's the biggest thing, because people at the end of the day, they don't buy products, they buy from people.
It's all trust and relationships. It's all authenticity and transparency. So you were having trouble because you did not believe in what you were doing.
No, I did not. I felt like I was still in my corporate job, and that's what I left. So, yeah.
How much stress is that taken off of you? Like weight off your shoulder?
A lot. And I know that, like, if I have a bad day or I don't get a lot of traction one day, if I keep doing those same things every day, like it's just going to come. I just know.
Well, I love to hear that you've been making money off of a free coaching call and getting some benefits out of that. So I am extremely proud of you.
Thank you.
You've earned it. Seriously, you've earned it. If you just get something for free, like you don't value it, but you've done the hard work and you just executed on what I told you to do, and it's helped you out tremendously. So I'm proud of you. You've earned it, Stephanie. So
thank you. Thank you.
I want to give more than I take at the end of the day. Yeah. Like I said, at this point, I get so many of those thank you messages. I made this much messages. Like it's become like, it doesn't affect me anymore. Like I used to get all excited. Like people first in a relationship, like when dogs get in heat, they get all excited.
Mm-hmm.
My female husky's in heat right now. You can see her doing the zoomies. It's like, that's what I was like. But it's like, I know my shit works now and it's just non-emotional anymore. So
exactly.
I appreciate that. So let's dive into your branding. So why is branding so important to you?
I mean, I think like when being in the life insurance industry, it's not a shiny objects product. It's something that everybody needs though. And no one's really going to go and look for it.
No one wants to date the ugly girl. I know. No one wants to date the ugly dude.
So I think, we just have to, just spread who we are and really and that's how people, they listen to your story, they get to know you, and then they listen to what you have to offer. And then they're like, hey, I see the value in it now. I mean, sometimes it takes time, for them to kind of stalk you on social media and see what you're posting about, or, the stories you're telling. It's not something that someone's going to go online or go on Amazon and look for life insurance. So, but it's just, I think branding is so important as business owners in general, because that's just how people sell their product at the end of the day.
It
You
is,
can have
but
a beautiful website and stuff, but if people don't know you, they're not going to
no
buy it.
eyeballs, no sales. It's
Yeah.
all attention. Time is not money, attention is. And it's the same reason people will go every day, sit in the drive-through at Starbucks, order the large, whatever the word for large is in that
I
damn
think it's
store.
venti.
Venti. So they
Yeah,
get their venti coffee. They pay $5 for a cup of hot water, basically. They paid like Starbucks paid 1 cent for the cup.
right.
The hot water is essentially free. They probably skimmed that from the local waste facility, cleaned it, treated it with chemicals, fluoride, whatever. They poured it in a cup that cost them 1 cent. They added some toppings or caramel or espresso, which I've become an addict to. So all in all, they've got 5 cents, but now they're getting $4.95 of profit. It's like
Exactly.
that's why branding is important.
Exactly.
It's all belief and exposure, though. Like this is why it's so important to be authentic with who you are and share your story. It's medicine to someone else's ears.
Yeah, and I think like the school system and even like working in the corporate area that I worked in for 10 years, like you're taught not to do that. You're kind of taught just to be just like everybody else and not really stand out to who you are. And I think that's why I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur because I wanted to, share my story as me as a person. So I think that's really what I'm trying to do with, people and kind of set the way that I want people to be who they are and not be afraid.
The word school and like education system is a bit of a cuss word in here. It's kind of a taboo subject in my life because
Yeah.
I think it's worse than the F word.
Yeah. It doesn't.
School, when someone says school, I'm sending my kid to school, I'm like, but it's like school indoctrinates you to believe in things that are not true. And it teaches you to comply, live bell to bell, and it teaches you everything on how to like fuck your life up.
Yeah.
Quite literally. It teaches you everything you need opposite of entrepreneurship.
And be afraid to fail. I think a lot of people in school, like it's only one right answer now, and you're afraid to fail the test because you have to get all the answers right. And that's not how life is in general.
No, life is not so black and white. It's very
No,
gray. When people tell you not to be a failure, your brain can't process negative. Stephanie, if I ask you not to think of a blue tree, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
you think of a blue tree.
Yeah. So when they teach, well, don't be a failure. Well, the first thing that comes to mind is, well, I'm going to be a failure.
Exactly. Exactly.
You have to follow up with what to do instead. So that's the problem I see with parents when they say, don't draw on the wall.
Exactly.
You left them with what, like the last thing that's on their mind when drawing comes up is draw on the wall.
Exactly.
You have to
Exactly. No,
follow up
you
with
are
what
so
to do
right.
instead.
Yeah.
Don't do
Yeah. So
this, do this.
yeah, and I went to, my parents, I mean, they've been great. They sent me to private college prep schools and things like that. And I feel bad for even saying this out loud, but I mean, I feel like it taught me what not to do, what I didn't want. So I don't know. I went the opposite way, I guess.
I think the education system has failed most of America. I think a lot of people are going to start reneging on loans and student loan debt
Yeah.
because it's tied to it. Like you can go as an 18-year-old apply for a $200,000 loan for a prestigious uni. Go get a fucking pointless piece of paper if you're not going to be a doctor, teacher, or a lawyer, which I think they'll all be replaced in the next 10 years anyways. Heart
Yeah.
surgeons are already losing their job from automation, like equipment that can precisely do the surgery in record time.
Yeah,
Now, I'm going to trust
exactly.
the program more than I do a person. If they have a bad day, their girlfriend dumps them, their Starbucks coffee would taste like shit, they're going to be
Yeah,
pissed off and they're going to kill me.
exactly. Exactly.
The
You are right.
lawyer who gets cheated on or who is sleeping with the person who's suing me,
Yeah.
like, I would rather pay $50 to an algorithm and get my court case right there rather than continuing it for 2 years and being accused of something I didn't even do.
Hmm.
Like, let's
Exactly.
let the robot make the decision because it's all facts.
Well, and
It's all
that's the way of
facts.
the world. I mean, robots and artificial intelligence, that's the future. So,
Humans are the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope the robots don't learn that though, because they'll wipe us all out with
No,
a.
I did read something that that's like the prediction. So
Well, there was, I think it was Google or some company made an AI, and it basically taught itself. It broke itself down and reprogrammed itself and came to the conclusion that humans were the problem in like under a minute or something.
okay,
It's like it
yeah.
started teaching itself a new language that was not even known by man. It's like the shit they can do. And by 2050, we'll be in self-driving cars that probably
Yeah.
fly. Oil changes will be a thing of the past. It'll all be energy, frequency, and vibration, which Nikola Tesla's shit will finally get the credit it deserves. But it's also scary because that dude caused the city to have an earthquake with a device that he made, which is it's exciting to me because I don't know if you follow me that much, but like I built my own EEG.
I have seen you in that. I
If a
have seen
20
you in
if a 25-year-old can build his own computer to change his brain waves, there's no fucking telling what the rest of the world can do with
that.
their black
Exactly.
budget.
Exactly. Well, you're just a young one, 25. I'm 10 years older than you, so
I like knowing the shit that gets people killed. So I've
okay.
accepted that I have a very early death date in my life, and that's just part of it. So I'll help more people and try to form an army that can take on whoever they send after me, the ninjas,
There you go.
whatever.
There you go.
So I'd love to have you in the army, Steph. Not
Okay.
really, but I,
Yeah.
I need a bunch of Spartans. So what can you give the audience as far as how they can brand themselves? Because you're telling them how important it is. What kind of steps can they take to build their brand?
Well, I think the first thing, I mean, if we're talking even just like insurance agents, like, and I think you taught me this, and is meet your clients where they are. And really just don't come off salesy, come off as a person. Just really be yourself and really just provide value to them. Meet them where they are, give them advice and just build that trust. Just get those eyes on you. And I think your brand, and sometimes your brand is not, it's you, but you kind of evolve into it. So I would just tell people just start getting out there, networking, talking to people, and just providing that value.
Now, when you can make it more about yourself, you'll have a bunch of 18-year-olds who spend an extra $380 on a Yeti
Exactly.
cooler instead of an igloo. When you can
Exactly.
make the brand bigger than yourself.
Exactly. Exactly. And no one's really attracted to the pictures with someone with a Ferrari or a Tesla behind them, and living this best life. Yeah, you can show your life and stuff like that, but they want to know that you're a real person. They want to see that authentic person in you.
Well, they love the Ferrari pictures, but it's such a huge disconnect that they never see that as a reality for themselves.
Exactly.
And
You'll never see
personally,
me with that. You'll never see me because I don't like cars. So
now that I have the ability to buy one of those, I still prefer my truck. Because here's the thing, me and that car are side by side on the road.
yeah.
Who's going to live? Like, if they're trying to like worst case scenario, the government sent this dude in a Lamborghini after me and I run his ass off the road, that car is not going to do anything.
No, it's not.
I've got a truck that you can't see in. I've got more firearms in there than people.
But that's your thing though. That's part of your brand. Like I can't see you in a Ferrari
Yeah,
actually.
well, I could, but I
No,
also
you
I
can,
don't
but
like cars.
it just doesn't go with your brand. Like
I might get one day, but I don't know. Like, I don't really care about the cars.
I
I've
don't
gone
either.
fast on motorcycles. I've done wheelies at 100 something miles per hour. I've gotten the adrenaline out of me.
Yeah, yeah.
I like scuba diving more than anything. Like, if you can find me the Ferrari of scuba diving, which is probably just a rebreather, that's what you'll see me in. But
Okay.
how I picture myself, Stephanie, would you like to hear about this? I know this is kind of being facetious, but here's how I see myself.
No, go ahead.
So I see myself riding around with like a bunch of Spartans with no shirts on, just jacked fucking 8 packs. We're chugging protein shakes. We have like spears. We're riding eagles,
Oh,
and we're
gee.
like spear in one hand, the heart of our enemies in the other, just eating it raw.
Oh my
Like
God. Yeah.
that's
I have seen you with the raw meat. That's a little weird, but that's your thing. So more power to you.
But it's also gotten rid of all the inflammation in my body. I have no feelings of anxiety or anything like that. My
That's good.
testosterone is shot back up. My iron has come down from donating blood. Guys, if you are not donating blood, this is the only reason I'm jealous of women, is because they menstruate. So if you feel depressed, I'm serious. Like, men who are not ready to take over the world, you feel depressed, anxious, sad, whatever, go donate your blood, because what's more than likely happening is your sex hormone binding globulin is through the fucking roof and you have iron overload. What's going to happen over time is you're going to develop some cardiovascular event like blood clots, heart attack, fatty liver disease, hematochromatosis. And it's like, you can prevent that with donating blood 4 times a year. Because what happens when women shed is they dump all this iron and red blood cells and their body makes new healthy ones.
That makes sense.
This is why women with menopause, they're not shedding anymore. They start to have all these hormone levels, which engage your limbic system, neurology. You start feeling like shit. Like if you have menopause as a woman, go donate blood. I bet you feel better 2 days after. You're like, oh, it wasn't the food. Women are dangerous when they're hungry.
Yeah, that is. You can ask my boyfriend on that one. He's like, "Are you hangry?"
I woke up with the girl I was dating, and she's like standing over me with like the lights off. I'm hungry. Like, okay, get in the truck. Emergency. Get on the door to
Starbucks.
whatever.
Let's get you a venti caramel frappuccino. No, I'm just kidding.
Not to inject this girl with something like
Yeah.
adrenaline, like calm your ass down. You never tell that to a woman, though.
No, you don't. No, you know that.
Only reason I've learned is from doing it. Then.
Yeah.
Oh, you're lucky. Like, you're so lucky you're not a man. But what have been some of the branding benefits in your life? Like, what's branding done for your business?
It's come from a more authentic place, and it feels more, I don't want to say comfortable because nothing's ever comfortable, but it just feels more real, like me. And I feel like when you feel that, it's the good things come after that. I think when
you believe in yourself, and so you're
Yeah.
more convicted to your work. Now,
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day too, like not everybody's going to be your people. You know, some people aren't going to bite, and that's fine. I think when you come to that place in your life and you're like, I don't care if these people don't like what I'm saying, I'm still going to say it because that's how I feel. I want the people that want to listen to me to listen to me. And I don't care what anybody else really thinks of me at this point.
now I'd say to limit yourself on that. Like, don't go around saying, if you don't believe in God, you're like, don't start stepping on people's religions. Don't leave politics the hell out of it unless that's your thing. Like, who's that little girl that walks around with the AR, like the rifle? I don't know. It was big when she brought a rifle to a campus or something to take her college pictures, and she blew up because of it.
I didn't see that.
No clue, but like, if you're super Republican and people love you for that, awesome.
Yeah.
I don't care about politics because I'm not sure how familiar you are with mechanic stuff and bolts and nuts and like manly shit. But like, have you ever seen one of those wing nuts?
My boyfriend's an electrician, so yes, I have seen.
Yeah, some of those wing nuts, but 2 sides of the same fucking thing. So you have my view on politics now. I don't care about them. I'm going to do me.
Yeah, I see so many people fighting. I have 2 sides of my family that fight over politics, like on social media, and it's so embarrassing that it's just like,
oh, I delete them. My family's like, why'd you block me?
Like, I know.
You're negative as shit.
Exactly.
Like my 86-year-old great grandmother's telling me not to cuss. Like, don't even get me started on her. So,
and they're probably cussing way more than you are.
Oh, she started to. She started using her middle finger. She started using her middle finger at 80 years old, flipping people off. Like, you cranky old woman. Come at me with that. You got whiskers coming out of your ears. Go trim that shit up before you talk to your great grandson like that.
Yeah.
You treat the minority with some respect.
Yeah, I think like too, like with that, like sometimes you have to just delete certain people off of
infectious negativity. I don't care where it comes from. Get rid of it.
Exactly. Some people are like, well, it's family, blah, blah, blah. It's like that.
They're the worst.
I think that that's where the toxicity comes from, because you feel like you're supposed to have some kind of loyalty to family, even though they might be the toxic people in your life. And sometimes you got to cut that out.
I have no problem cutting my mom off, my dad off, anybody. Well, it's just they want what's best for me, but I also want what's best for me. They think that their ways,
Yeah,
older generation, you can't go buy a house now for $40,000 paid off and put money in a savings account with a 6% interest rate like you could 60, 70 years ago.
exactly.
What
And I
worked?
think that's one of the things that I first saw it. What drew me into your content was how you talk about like the generations, like just breaking that cycle. I think you did talk about it. I have a lot of people do just like that. Oh, we're just middle class. We can't afford this, or and they just did the best that they could. But I want to break that cycle and not follow the same routine and habits that my family followed.
You have to. Over the last 50 years, our generation has gotten so much more advanced, our electrical power
Exactly.
grid. The fact that
Exactly.
we can do some crazy shit like FaceTime on this thing,
Exactly.
that used to be a dream. Mom, imagine if like we could be in two different places and talk to each other. Like technology doubles every 18 months. So in
Exactly.
the
And I've
last
met
50 years, we'll be done in the next 12 to 15, like 15.
yeah,
Like if you don't adapt, you will die.
exactly.
New school is kicking old school's ass. It's
And
just the truth.
I've met some great people. Like, I mean, look at us talking now. Were you in Kentucky, right? I'm in Wisconsin. I mean, like, I wouldn't have met a lot of people if it wasn't for social media and like the technology we have now.
People just don't know how to leverage it. They go on there and they start
No,
comparing themselves to other people. Well,
exactly.
she can get in a bikini, but I can't. Like she photoshops her pictures. No one cares.
Yeah,
If you're
exactly.
overweight, go to the gym. Eventually it will come off. It's caloric deficit. It's not rocket science, it's brain science.
Well, and it's funny how you say like going to the gym and like getting fit and stuff, because it's the same thing with entrepreneurship too, and even like with the life insurance. It's doing the same thing every single day for just being consistent. And you're not going to go to the gym for 1 week and be
Fucking
a
jack. You're
fitness
not gonna
monster.
sneeze and get
Yeah,
jacked.
and I think a lot of people give up. Like they give up on going to the gym. They give up on doing those little habits that eventually are going to be big habits at the end. They just can't. They don't have the attention span to keep going. And
No,
that's why
because
people that's why
TikTok.
people fail.
Because of TikTok. If you look at these, like when you make a new TikTok account, I swear these videos that have millions of likes are made from NPCs.
Probably.
Like it's like me chugging a gallon of milk. Like, what purpose does this serve? What are you doing? And it's like people's attention span is so shortened now, and as the conspiracy theorists like to say, their pineal glands are calcified from the toothpaste and
Yeah.
getting too tinfoil hat on here, but there's some truth to that shit.
Well, and that's why
So,
it's important to meet people where they are too, because their attention span is so small. And I
yes,
think a lot of people are selfish too. They want to know how it's going to benefit them. They don't care about what you're doing unless it really benefits them too. So that's what
just
I
come to the
think.
fact that no one's going to care about you as much as you care about yourself, and that's okay because it's human nature, and you don't care about them that much either.
Exactly.
At the
I
end of
tell
the
people
day, like
that.
I have to make it my job to care about my coaching clients because
Mhm.
I tie my direct success to their direct success.
Exactly. Well, yeah,
And
yeah,
that's why I'm doing these huge fucking numbers now. That's why I'm making more money than I know what to do with now because I'm actually helping them. They don't
yeah.
know as much as I do. So I have to
Ex-
give them what they want in order to give them what they need because they're not visionaries like I am. That's not to put them down. They just can't see things like I have.
Right.
They don't have the pattern recognition, which is just experience. It's being able to see the invisible and make it visible.
Exactly.
That's
Right.
all it is. I can see 12 months ahead what this is going to do for me today.
But if you keep doing the same things
It
every day, like,
compounds.
yeah.
I know if I keep giving Stephanie free shit eventually, she's going to want to spend some money with me. That's what we
Yeah.
talked about before we jumped on the call.
Oh,
It's
it's coming.
reciprocity. We want to be seen as reciprocal humans.
Right.
He's given me so much that I kind of feel like guilty.
I have to get
But exactly.
and that's like what I do. Like, you know, I've been in Facebook groups. I just started my own Facebook group.
Yes.
And I, you know, just give as much free information as I possibly can to people. I was a virtual assistant. I still have a virtual assistant agency and I still help them. I give them free information. I want them to succeed because I feel like, one, I'm on the radar. They're going to follow my stuff. And then two, like you said, they're going to feel bad and they're going to be like, hey, she gave me all this free stuff. I kind of feel like I should give something back. So
If they're
it's a
gonna
mind
spend,
game.
if they're gonna spend money anyways, it might as well be with me.
Exactly.
Because no one's gonna spend it better than I can.
Exactly.
It's what it comes down to. Like people say, well, I'm gonna make money. The government prints trillions of dollars. They're the only ones who can make money. It comes out of thin air, poof, pixie dust, magic.
Yeah.
You must find a way to move it from their pockets to yours.
And it's the opportunities everywhere. You just got to look.
Yeah, like
be
when
consistent.
Uber first came out, Uber. Well, we have food getting delivered from a semi to this restaurant, and we have people going to the restaurant to get fed. So how can we stand in the middle of the money flow in the waterway? So what we're going to do is we're going to build a dam called Uber, and we're going to take the food from the restaurant directly to the customer, and we're going to get money that way.
Yeah.
Opportunity. That's it.
Now you don't even have to pack groceries anymore. Like there's someone that packs your groceries for you. You don't have to go grocery shopping.
I still like to brag on myself and say I pack all the groceries in on the first trip, so it's something I will not replace yet.
No, I don't do it either.
Like I like to cut the circulations off to my arms by holding as many Walmart and bags as possible. It's something I got into me as a kid. I had to show off. So
or when you go to the store and you just take like a basket when you have like more than you really need and you're just like, I don't know. That's
Jim
me.
Dropping. People are like, you want me to get that? No. I don't know what you did with those hands this morning, young man. You keep those to yourself. You kiss your mama with that mouth. So I'm starting a comedy tour for the life insurance industry.
Oh, geez. Are you really?
I might as well with how much I have us laughing. So I am actually taking singing lessons so I can make a music album for life insurance awareness. No one else has done that for the industry.
So you're thinking outside the box.
I'm thinking inside the box because no one knows me better than I know me. No one knows the industry better than I know it.
Are you going to have like a life insurance like musical?
A carol for Christmas. There's going to be a 4th of July song. There's going to be a life insurance awareness song. There's going to be a rap song, basically just talking shit. Like it.
Good. You can. I'll feature you in my Facebook group.
And like people are going to have this on repeat. No, they'll buy the album and ask for a refund, but at least life insurance is at the top of their mind. And I can say I'm doing more for the industry than anyone else is at the end of the day.
You could start like a life insurance Uber. I don't know how that would be, but like, I don't know. I just thought of it.
I've thought of some pretty crazy shit. Actually, I just started doing this, which is a great time to put it on here. So let me do this and I'll show you what I've done for my coaching clients, because instead of sending people to get insurance from people who don't know what they're doing with their license, they can just come to me and I'll partner them with someone who actually knows how to help them. So let's go into this real quick. Hey guys, thanks for VanMeter. Just a brief moment of your time. This is important, I promise, and we'll get right back into the video. I understand that most people that watch my videos, funnily enough, are not actually insurance agents. You're a family, you're a brother, you're a mother, father, sister, whatever the case is, and we all know social media is not going anywhere. Now, I know most of you are probably going to have some type of financial burden that you're going to leave behind in the event that something unfortunately happens to you. Now, what we see on social media is 99% of these insurance agents pitching these ideas like infinite banking, tax-free retirement, and to be quite honest, most of them do not know how to structure these policies at all. Now, why is it important to you? Because they're going to put their own pocket bank first. They're going to put their commission raise first. They're going to put this free trip to Hawaii, all expenses paid, first. How are they going to do that? They're going to screw you over on an insurance policy that they were taught to drive up target premiums on. That way they get a fatter commission deposit. And I think that's wrong. So before you buy into one of these concepts that these people just clearly do not know how to use. So before you buy into one of these get-rich-quick schemes as one of these TikTok or social media insurance agents showed you, understand that they're putting their best interest first instead of your best interest. And I think If you've been following me for a while, you understand that I train insurance agents to always put their prospect and their client's best interest first, because when you do good in the world gives you good back. And that's a principle that I'll live the rest of my life on. So before you sign any type of applications or paperwork with someone who's pitching these concepts that they just do not understand to you, reach out to me on any social media platform at VanMeter. I'm not that hard to find. Or text the number on the screen and I'll partner you with one of my agents that I personally trained who is focused on putting your best interest first rather than their own pocket bank. Like I said, I understand most of you are going to leave some type of financial burden behind, and you don't want to do that. You want to be someone who's remembered as someone who planned ahead and someone who cared enough about their family and friends and loved ones to protect them before the disaster strikes. Let's go ahead and plan for the vacation that we know we're going to take one day. So reach out to me, or once again, text the number on the screen and I'll partner you with an agent who's going to put your best interest first instead of their own bank account. Thanks for watching. Let's dive back into the video. What do you think about that?
Love it.
We got some special guests on the...
Oh, I want to get my cat, but she's sleeping.
Montana, say hi. Diamond's getting all jealous.
Hi.
Y'all go play. Y'all go play.
They're so cute.
They are. They've been digging holes to China, eating dirt, wondering why they're...
Yeah.
They're worse than kids, I swear, but I love them. But like, even in that video I just made right there, like, that is branding. You can hear what I value in the tonality and conviction behind it.
Yeah.
Good
and you're putting the client
yeah.
first. You're putting the client first. And that's so number one in this industry, is putting them first.
As they should.
Not your pocket, not your wallet. You can't think with your pocket, and you can't do that. And I can honestly say I never do. Since day one, I always did what was best for the client, because I'd want them to do what's best for me. I'd want it if the roles were reversed.
Well, most people get the bad training, the wrong beliefs from the top down when they come into this industry. Make as many sales, write as many Americo policies as possible, you'll get rich. No, you'll go bankrupt.
Yeah.
Like,
I do want to say, though, it really depends on, and I know you don't like the word upline, but it really depends on what team you're on. I don't really
100%. If you find a good upline,
yeah,
like, it's so hard to find. I have no problem with the word upline, business partners, whatever you want to label yourself as. But when you're doing things that are detrimental or facetious, I'll fucking call it out. I'm a man. And I know there's no like agent out there who can fight me, kill me. Like, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I'll get my point across, and my beliefs will carry.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that's like the advice I would give to any new agent, is just like really pick the right team, because it really can do really harm to you, or it could do really good. At the end of the day, it's about you, but you want the people that you're working with to have that honesty as well, and the best interest for you and your family.
Like, when I hear people that just want to build their businesses on the backs of others, I can understand that. Like, they want to come in at 175% comp, start off a whole shit ton of LOAs at 30%, have 100%. Like, that's fucked up.
It is. It really is. And yeah, I've been with 2 IMOs, and the first one, I'm not like blaming the IMO, but my team in the beginning was just taught to recruit. I didn't even sell a policy yet, and I was told to bring on all these people.
If you can't sell 6 figures on your own pen, I don't think you have any business recruiting anyways.
Exactly. And what they don't tell you is there's downline debt. I mean,
roll-up debt, it's a real thing. I watched someone get hit with $60K. I was like, damn.
And I think people aren't educated on this business. It's a great business, but it's not easy, and there's a lot of moving parts.
You're not going to get rich quick. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to fall over, sneeze, and write a policy and get it issued paid.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you have an upline who's doing nothing to help you, you can call me. I will set you up with interviews with multiple places. I do not recruit.
Mm-hmm.
I do not fucking recruit, because I don't want to deal with it. I'd rather just coach you, get paid for my time, and that's it. Now we can develop a friendship after. I don't want to recruit. I would be violating my contract if I did with Symmetry when I left them. So I don't even care about that shit. It's like, I just want to coach. I just want to save people's lives and help them make money and get what you want out of this business. But if your upline is doing nothing to help you, leave them. You can text me. I will partner you. I hang out with the winners in this industry. I will find someone who values and believes the same things as you and knows how to help you. But someone who has a 50% spread on you, just collecting an override and not helping you at all, they don't deserve that. I call overrides leadership income. If
Yeah.
someone's actually helping you and they have a 20% spread, oh well. If you're
Yeah.
making 30, 40 grand a month because their help, they deserve the income.
Yeah.
They
And
deserve
I
the
think
spread.
they should be out there, producing as well. I mean, if you could kind of tell who's doing
To a
things and
certain point, if you have 2 agents and you're worried about like scaling and like you can develop it shit as you go. Now, when it
yeah.
comes to a point where you're crossing like more people than you can manage, find your leaders,
Hmm.
raise them up into key management positions. That's when it is your job to start working on the business, not in it. Because then you're doing a disservice to the people who work below you by never
Hmm.
growing it.
Right.
It's just knowing when to transition.
Right.
That's what most people cannot see. It's pattern recognition. Like most often, your first business is not going to be your successful one. I got extremely lucky because I did not give myself another option.
Hmm.
Most people will piss off their money. Like they'll tell you 90% of businesses fail, what is in the first 5 years?
5 years. Yeah.
But what they don't tell you is they usually make a decent amount of money. They just go blow it on a Ferrari because they're
Exactly.
so insecure with themselves. I love
Exactly.
myself, and people know that it rubs them the wrong way because they're insecure with themselves. We judge what we forget about ourselves.
Right.
We lose our confidence, and because we see it in someone else, oh, he's just a jackass. I hear
Yeah.
it all the time. People say, I had a different first impression of you, but coming to know you, like you're actually a really loving and compassionate dude. Like, but I'm still a dickhead. So
There's many layers.
there's many, but whoever is the most flexible with their behavior will
Yeah.
control the system. No one
Right.
wants to talk to a fucking robot.
No, no, definitely not.
Except me, because I read 52 books in one day the other day.
Oh yeah, I think I did.
It took me 4 hours to read 52 books on Chat GPT. I'm ahead of everyone's New Year's resolutions.
But you know what? That's good for you. But I still do like to actually have a
Yeah,
book.
some people like doing it, but reading one book a week and never doing anything with the first one that you read, it's pointless. And 80% of the books you read, you'll probably already know most of the shit in there anyways. If I would have taken the next year of my life to actually read those books, I would have wasted 80% of my time.
Yeah,
Because 80% of those books, I already knew the shit in them. What would
exactly.
that? So I just saved myself so much
You save
time, effort,
money.
and money.
Yeah. Either you have time or money,
Which
right?
one do you want to spend?
Yeah.
That's it. So, Stephanie, before we hop off here, are you recruiting? Like, what advice would you give to agents?
Really just come into this business. It's a great business. It really is, but you have to be consistent and really just go with somebody and listen to people that have been in the business that are writing business and are just doing the best for that can do the best for you and are real.
Well, Stephanie, you're real. You're real.
I try to be.
So, well, don't you're not trying. Trying is telling me you can
No,
do
no,
the
no. I mean,
process
I
of
shouldn't have
not.
said that. I shouldn't have said that.
Ah, look at you correcting yourself. That's what
I
friends are
know.
for. It's a real fucking friends are for.
But yeah, I
So,
am recruiting. If anybody want, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
yeah, this is your
Yeah.
story. If someone wants to reach out to you, I encourage it because they're gonna find someone they fucking resonate with, and you'll be able to help them better than just some bullshit ad they see on ZipRecruiter.
Yeah. Do not fall for the zip recruit. Oh, don't even get me. Oh yeah, I hate that.
You're not
Zip.
gonna find a salary.
Yeah. And then too, I would say like you have to know that this is a business coming in this. You're not gonna like kind of like the ZipRecruiter ads. It's not like you're gonna be making up to $200,000 a year just to pick up the phone and everybody's gonna be waiting for your call to sell a policy. This is work. I don't want to say hard work because it's not hard. It's just consistency and just plugging in.
It can be hard at first. It all depends on your perspicacity as a person and what you label things as. I never call things
Yeah,
hard.
hard.
I label it as easy. Even if I'm gritting, about to break my teeth in the gym from squatting heavy shit, I still tell myself it's easy weight, even though I'm about to pop a kidney.
Well, it's
Like
the same thing. You go to the gym. Do you want to go to the gym? Are there some days in the gym where you don't want to go? Of
every
course.
fucking day.
Same. Yes, it's the same thing. But you want to get that ripped body. You want to be fit. You want to get a ripped body.
I've got it. Now I just got to keep it.
Yeah, eating your raw liver. But that's the same thing with this. Any kind of entrepreneur thing, entrepreneurial position, whatever. Everybody wants that lifestyle, but they don't want to do what it takes to get there.
Or maintain it. Same thing in marriages. You got the hot girl, you got the dude with 6-pack abs, but it's like you didn't do the same thing you did to get him to keep him, or to get her to keep her. Same thing. So where can they reach out to you at, Stephanie?
They can find me. I'll give them my phone number, or they can find me on Facebook. It's Stephanie Morales. I don't have the exact link, but you can have my phone number is 414-791-0124.
You guys heard it here first, folks. So just go
reach out
to Facebook, see what she's doing. Don't really stalk it. Just go send her a friend request. Be a normal fucking person. Hey, I'm from YouTube. Just send that message. So Stephanie Morales, folks. Stephanie, thank you so much for being on here.
You're welcome.
Can't wait to have you in the coaching program in the future.
Yes.
Just planting some seeds.
But oh, yeah, definitely.
Appreciate you being on here. I'm going to play the outro, and I appreciate you being on here. So happy hustling party, people. You guys heard it here first. This is all about branding on today's episode of Let's Get Lit. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.